Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel, it is not my main channel. And if you thought it was my main channel, then guess what? You're a stupid little worm. Go! Scamming people is wrong. But sometimes people who scam other people get really creative, and it is objectively interesting at the very least to see what unique and innovative ways they come up with to scam other people. I would obviously be happier if they would use their creative mind to just come up with an ethical way to make money, but you know, it's entertaining to watch at the very least. It's like a heist movie, you know? I don't want to do it, but I want to watch it. So today we're going to be looking at some of the most creative / interesting scams, starting with a manager at a Pennsylvania Wendy's invented a fake employee and pocketed wages of $20,000, police said. She manually clocked the ghost employee in and out for 128 shifts, police said. Also, welcome back to the second channel. This is my second channel. It's where I like to get a little bit goofier and wackier, so just go ahead and crack open a sparkling water and enjoy. This is creative. I admire their creativity. I am honestly surprised that I've never heard of this happening before. This actually seems kind of obvious. It's almost so obvious it makes me wonder, why did they stop there with one fake employee? If they did this with 5 fake employees, that would have been 100 grand they made. I guess a chance that Wendy's maybe would have caught on earlier if they had that many employees. They'd be like, why does it say every shift there were like 20 people working? I don't think that many people could even fit back there. So let's see here, $20,000 for 128 shifts. Let's do some math on that. So that would be 156 shifts. Divide that by 8 hours per shift, and that's $19 an hour. Come to think of it, that's probably how Wendy's found out that this was going on. They were like, wait, why are we paying someone $19 an hour? We don't do that. Yeah, $13 to $16 per year? Shouldn't that say per hour? No wonder she had to invent a fake employee, dude. She makes $13 a year. I like how they say she invented a fake employee. It kind of makes it sound like the employee was some kind of robot that was actually roaming around the premises. She brought in like an old refurbished Chuck E. Cheese animatronic, and everyone was like, what the fuck is that? She's like, oh, this is Garrett. He's new here. You probably haven't met him yet. Everyone say hi to Garrett. Garrett's making more than everyone there. But the employee, it turns out, was not a robot. It was a ghost. Okay, so here's an article about this whole situation. Former Wendy's manager Linda Johnson, who invented a ghost employee named William Bright, clocked a fake employee in and out for shifts so she could pocket the wages. Johnson, who worked in Pennsylvania, has now been charged with theft by deception. That's gotta be like the most accurate name for a crime I've ever heard. That's exactly what's going on. Sometimes the names of crimes are a little bit out there, like Grand Theft Auto. What's so grand about stealing a car? But theft by deception, that's pretty cut and dry. She lied and she stole. She ate hot chip and lied. After a criminal case was brought against Johnson, she then went missing, and her whereabouts were unknown as police released an appeal to the public for any information regarding her whereabouts. Missing, huh? What if the article after this was like, on an unrelated note, Wendy's has found a new manager to fill her position, and she actually looks exactly like Linda Johnson, but she's wearing a mustache. Her name is Binda Bonson. Authorities are hard at work still looking for Linda. Johnson's crime was posted to social media as people gave their opinion of her illegal methods. One person commented, commending the former manager. I'm not gonna lie, this is smart as hell. You can't even be mad at her. 128 shifts without anyone noticing. This new employee is insane. LMAO. Yeah, I mean, at that point, if it took them that long to notice that there was a fake employee, it honestly sounds like she deserves the money in a sense, because all of the work of that employee was getting done. Like, Wendy's would have been fine with it, paying an extra person, if there really was an extra person, meaning that there was an extra amount of work getting done, one would suppose. So, I don't know. It sounds like Linda wanted to be putting in twice as much work, and she just needed a method, albeit an illegal one, to do that. Okay, I would say that was a decent scam. Honestly, I don't even know if I would describe it as a scam, because usually I feel like scams are targeted towards a specific person. It's almost like organization scamming a person. This was person scamming organization. I guess I would describe it more as a theft by deception. That would be a good term for it. And this next one might be a similar situation. It's called false change of address moved UPS headquarters to Chicago apartment.
United Parcel Service's headquarters may be in Atlanta, Georgia, but for almost 3 months, hundreds, possibly thousands of pieces of its corporate mail were delivered to a small, unassuming garden apartment in Chicago's Rogers Park neighborhood.
Sure, a lot of people are wondering. This is very unusual.
Unusual and raises a lot of questions, Rob and Erica.
It does raise a lot of questions. First, I didn't know that UPS stood for, what is it, United Parcel Service?
United Parcel Services.
Why start off the video that way? You know, we all know it is UPS. It just seems crazy to intro the video with like the full version of the acronym that most people probably don't know. Like if I told you I was gonna go drop off a package at the United Parcel Service, I think you would assume I was like traveling back in time to the 1800s or something. I'm gonna go tie my parcel to a pigeon's leg and send it off. Anyway, small gripe. The other surprising thing, of course, about this is that somebody changed UPS's headquarters address to their own apartment. You know, I'll have to wait and watch the rest of the video to try to figure this out, but to me, this doesn't even seem like someone was trying to steal or scam. It almost seems like something you wouldn't think you could do, and so it kind of sounds like they were just doing it just to see if they could.
It began with a simple unauthorized change of address form made out by a Chicago man.
Unauthorized? That's weird. I would have thought it would have been authorized, actually. I would have thought UPS would be totally fine with this, but I guess they've just changed. I guess they're not the United Parcel Service I once knew back in the Civil War era.
Apartment 2 in Rogers Park. A federal affidavit states it became UPS's new corporate headquarter address in October, after the man who lives inside simply filled out a change of address form at a post office.
Wait, is that him? Is he not in jail? This seems like a very illegal thing to do. I like that they're like, this is really crazy, definitely illegal. Anyway, let's go hang out with him.
The allegations are that UPS's mail was coming here because you switched the corporate headquarter address to your apartment.
Those are the allegations, correct.
Interesting. Not a bad defense, honestly. Sir, you are alleged to have done this. How do you plead? Correct. I'm sorry? I plead correct. Yes, that is the accusation. Am I free to go now? Can I go back to my apartment? Shit, yeah, I guess so. I am really thrown for a loop by this situation. They literally just went and knocked on his door to talk to him. You know, usually someone has like a lawyer talking for them, or they say like, we reached out for comment, but they haven't said anything. This guy's just like, yeah, come over, we can talk about it.
Have authorities talked to you? Have they interviewed you?
Yeah.
When did they search your apartment?
It was probably in January or February, one or the other.
January or February, and this was uploaded in April. So it seems like this whole situation really isn't getting to this guy. He hasn't been arrested. Months went by, and he's like an open book about it. He's like, yeah, they came by, took all my stuff, but I'm still here. Actually, I'm starting to think that there's more going on here than meets the eye. I'm starting to think that this guy actually is the CEO of UPS and he just doesn't want anybody to know. I'm starting to think he was actually right to change the address to his address. He is UPS.
The question then is, why wasn't it first flagged by the post office? A spokesperson says he can't comment.
Yeah, see, that's usually the response you get. They can't comment.
He can't comment.
This dude was like, I can comment. Fuck it. I am UPS now. What do you want? Well, I think the answer to her question, though, is pretty obvious. Why didn't the United Postal Service do anything and flag it? Because they hate UPS, all right? They're competitors. They're rivals. They were probably happy to see some guy cashing UPS's checks. They might have been in cahoots with this guy. All right, we got an article about this situation. As federal crimes go, this one seems to have been ridiculously easy to pull off. If it even was pulled off at all, which I actually still don't know. Deshaun Henderson Spruce submitted a U.S. Postal Service change of address form on October 26, 2017, according to court documents. He requested changing a corporation's mailing address from an address in Atlanta to the address of his apartment on Chicago's north side. It really is a confusing situation because, like, if this was going on for months, did UPS not notice that they weren't getting any mail for months? You'd think for a company that's whole thing is mail, they would notice when they don't get any mail for months. And also all of the checks that they're supposed to be getting aren't coming. Is no one looking into that? The U.S. Postal Service corrected the issue and the USPS Postal Inspector is investigating the incident. Speaking of the U.S. Postal Service, Here comes the mailman, and my dogs are barking. They hate that guy. If I had to take anything away from that one, I would say I am surprised if he fully knew that he could get away with that, because that just seems so far-fetched. I feel like no one would even try it because you would just assume, like, of course that's not gonna work. But he had the gall, he had the gumption, he had the go-getter attitude, he had all the G words. And furthermore, I admire him for that. Okay, next one. Man stole $122 million from Facebook and Google by simply sending them random bills, which they paid. The top response is not really theft, to be honest. So, whereas the first one was theft and deception, I gotta say, I think this one just might be deception. Doesn't sound like he was stealing anything. The company was willingly paying him, and he was lying, which is wrong. He was doing something unethical, but also, Google and Facebook, you gotta check and make sure that you're not just paying somebody for no reason. This does again seem like one of those things that nobody would ever try, because you would assume that somebody is checking to make sure that you actually did something for them when they're paying you. This is like going to someone's house and being like, all right, you can pay me for mowing your lawn now. Meanwhile, their grass is like overgrown. You don't even have a lawnmower. They didn't ask you to mow their lawn, and they're like, sure, how much should I pay you? $122 million? I wonder what the bills were for. I feel like there had to have been some tact in crafting those bills in terms of like what service he was supposedly providing for Facebook and Google. Like, he must have been somewhat knowledgeable at least about what goes on inside of Facebook and Google. Because like, I wouldn't even know what to submit a bill for. Like, hey Google, pay me for the website. I made the website. You can pay me now. Maybe every time there's like a logo redesign or something, he bills them for it, and he's like, I designed that actually. Pay up. $122 million is insane. On one hand, I'm like, why didn't you stop at like $10 million? Like, that's more than enough money. You could have quit while you were ahead and gotten off scot-free, dude. But now, you are stuck with Scott, unfortunately. But on the other hand, I'm like, it's kind of crazy that Google and Facebook could even afford to lose $121 million before noticing. So in that regard, I'm kind of like, they didn't really need that money, did they? While you're at it, Google and Facebook, go ahead and give me some of that money too if you don't. A man pleads guilty to stealing $100 million from Google and Facebook by sending them fake invoices. See, there's your problem. You pleaded guilty. You're supposed to just say, those are the allegations. It's sort of the, I know you are, but what am I, of the legal system. A Lithuanian man who duped Google and Facebook into transferring over $100 million into accounts he controlled has pleaded guilty to wire fraud. Wire fraud. So not even deception? No theft or deception? Mr. Rimasakis and his unnamed associates, ooh, that's kind of mysterious, were posing as Quanta Computer, a hardware company based in Taiwan that has done business with Facebook and Google, Reuters reported. Oh, okay, so he was posing as a real company, but he just wasn't really involved in the company. Oh, look at this ad. Facebook birthday, 15 defining moments for the social network. I like that the picture is Mark Zuckerberg. It just makes it seem like this ad thinks that his name is Facebook. Everybody wish Facebook a happy birthday. Look how happy he is here. Rimasakis thought he could hide behind a computer screen halfway across the world while he conducted his fraudulent scheme. I mean, he was like kind of right though. He did get away with it for a long, long time. I think that if he had just cut his losses earlier, he could have hid behind a computer screen and conducted his fraudulent scheme. But alas, he is probably in prison now. And what he did was wrong. We can all admit lying, scheming, stealing is wrong, but thank you for the giggles. Is there truth behind the Bristol Zoo parking attendant myth? For 25 years, a man worked as an attendant at Bristol Zoo's car park, collecting £1 for every car parked. One day he didn't show up for work, and the zoo asked Bristol City Council, who they thought the man was employed by, where he was. But the council didn't employ anyone for the role, as the car park belonged to the zoo. Instead, the enterprising individual running the car park had made enough money to retire abroad. Wow. Okay. This is kind of similar to the Wendy's ghost employee situation, but the ghost employee was real. Granted, he wasn't actually a ghost, he was just an employee. He was self-employed. He's an entrepreneur. It's a well-known tale. I wouldn't say so. I've never heard it. Circulating by word of mouth and in more recent years via social media. However, it now seems there could be truth to the urban myth. Okay, here's a Reddit post about it too. It says, for 25 years, the parking fees were managed by a very pleasant attendant. The fees for cars or $1.40. For buses, $7. Then one day, after 25 years of never missing a day of work, he just didn't show up. 25 years? Just give him the job at that point, honestly. Like, he works there. Especially because, like, when he didn't show up for work, they were like, we need somebody. Like, they were depending on this guy. I almost wonder if this was one of those situations where, like, they did kind of have an agreement, but they just wanted it to be kind of under the table, so they were like, look, we're not gonna put you on the payroll, but keep doing what you're doing. Park those cars, baby. Meanwhile, sitting in his villa somewhere on the coast of Spain or France or Italy is a man who'd apparently had a ticket machine installed completely on his own, then had simply begun to show up every day, commencing to collect and keep the parking fees, estimated about $560 per day for 25 years. Assuming 7 days a week, this amounts to just over $7 million, and no one even knows his name. $7 million? That's insane, dude. I was not expecting that much, but I guess if he retired abroad, like, he must have been rich. How do you come up with these cockamamie schemes, dude? I need a cockamamie scheme. Also, sorry if you can hear the very loud lawn mowing equipment outside of my window. I chose a very inopportune time to film this video, man, I'll be honest. But there is a Snopes article about this. Let's see if this might be true. What does Snopes say? False! Ah, fuck! The article's like, he didn't really make $7 million. He actually made $100 million. Well, if this isn't true, dude, I want to try this. If I can make $560 in a day just parking cars, if YouTube ever stops working out, man, you know where I'll be. I'll be at the Bristol Zoo. Parking cars. All right, guys, well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Go! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Too Danny, Too Furious. I hope you're having a great day. I know I am, and that's because we're gonna go on the subreddit again. Yep, it's a subreddit video. It's been a week or two since the last time I was on the subreddit. Let's see how creative and fun and interesting the old site is today. So I'm gonna go top, and I'm gonna go month, and let's see what we got. Danny messaged me on Instagram. This has 2.3 thousand upvotes, and it is someone pretending to be me. That's so cool. Danny Gonzelez. Lots of Z's there. This is sleepy Danny Gonzalez. Danny Gonzalez with a bunch of Z's. He's snoring. But he does sound just like me. Hello, sweetheart. I'm in need of a sugar babe, pen pal, companion. That's so many things. Sugar babe, pen pal, and companion. I want to pay you, and I want you to write to me, and I want this to be like a mutually beneficial relationship where we're both getting companionship out of this. Sounds like you just want a long distance relationship, and I guess you're gonna pay them as well. I'll provide your financial needs as long as we last. Let's get to know ourselves better. Okay, I like that there's not a question mark at the end of that. It's like a statement. Let's get to know ourselves better. Okay, I'm good. That's weird. So I sent you this message and I noticed you didn't accept it yet. Do you not want your financial needs met? Because I think I made myself pretty clear in the DM. I'm gonna meet your financial needs and let's get to know ourselves better, okay? It's not let's get to know each other better either. It's let's get to know ourselves. Like, Sleepy Danny still has a lot to learn about himself as well. And he needs, whoever he sent this message to, he needs their help to figure it out. Oh, there's text on this. He's so considerate to reach out to his fans to get to know us. He's not just trying to get to know you, he's trying to get to know himself as well. In all seriousness, it's hilarious to see the way scammers try to scam people. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm kind of interested to see like where this was gonna go, how he was gonna try to scam you, but I think it's just actually a better idea for everyone to just ignore these types of accounts. Don't try to figure it out. I do not endorse anyone trying to figure out how this person's gonna try to scam you, lest you get scammed. Lest you. I don't think I've ever said lest before. That is a thing. What does that even mean? Lest you get scammed. Define lest. It's a conjunction. Oh, it's formal, extremely formal.
Lest
you get scammed with the intention of preventing, to avoid the risk of. Yeah. Do not message these accounts lest you get scammed. Oh, looks like I picked the perfect time to start using the word though. Its usage is at pretty much an all-time low. Man, I swear to God, dude, I was born in the wrong generation. I should have been around in the early 1800s. Lest me looking like a fool. This is Danny if his YouTube career didn't work out. He turned into a porn bot and then somebody said, when wasn't he? It's kind of fucked up. Why did I read this in his voice though? I read it in my voice too, funny enough. I read it out loud in my own voice. So to be clear, do not message any of these back. please. I don't want to be responsible for people getting scammed. Okay, the next most popular post in here is removing one of Danny's facial features every day. And it looks like all of the subsequent most liked things for a while are them removing facial features on my body. Okay, well, this is taking up a lot of room on the subreddit. Oh, and then someone made Canadian Danny. It's a lot like Curtis. Well, I'm definitely not going to review each individual one of these pictures as I slowly lose all of my facial features. But this, on the other hand, is very interesting. Found this on a trash can while on vacation, and it's a sticker of me spanking myself. There's a lot I would like to know about this. First off, where were you on vacation that this is on a trash can? Where did the person who did this get this sticker? I've never sold stickers like this before. Did someone make this just to put it on like a Caribbean trash can? You should sell these as merch. Trash cans with stickers on them? I don't know. Seems kind of gross. Making that trash can look much hotter and stinkier. One time I passed a test, so my teacher gave me this sticker to congratulate me. Huh? I bought a meme sticker pack from Amazon for my students, and there were a bunch of Danny stickers in it. What the fuck? Is someone selling my likeness without me knowing? Okay, Redbubble, I knew about this site. They just steal people's shit and sell it. Danny Gonzelez merch.com. That's not my merch website. What the hell is this? Dude, is there like a counterfeit Danny Gonzelez merch industrial complex? What is going on? Why are there so many companies that sell fake merch? There's Carol what the fuck stickers? Okay, now I gotta go to Amazon. Danny Gonzelez sticker. Actually, let me just search Danny Gonzelez. Oh, this is fucked up. There's t-shirts. I'm Greg doing Greg things. 600 piece cool random stickers. 156 funny meme vinyl stickers. Am I in one of these? Searching for Danny. Okay, I don't think I'm in this. I guess this is the type of thing that they were talking about. Thought that was me for a sec, but that's Squidward. Damn, dude, that's crazy. I didn't know that there was a whole industry around stealing my shit, only for it to end up in a compromising situation like this, covered in garbage dust or whatever that is. This is... Honestly, I would like to lest this. I would like to avoid this. Dude, this is so weird to conceptualize. There's probably like other places where there's just like pictures of me and I don't even know. Greg died today. Spam rip Greg in the chat. Oh no! Aw, it's a cute little mouse. I'm sorry your mouse died. Or is that a rat? Okay, it looks like it's a rat. It's cute either way. I'm sure you gave this little Greg a great life. They look happy here. I mean, he's chilling out here. That's about the chillest rat I've ever seen. Usually you see rats in popular culture and they're like scurrying. They're never still, that's for sure. They're always scurrying around and up to no good. So the fact that this rat is calm and collected in this image, I bet you gave him a great life. Rest in peace, Greg. We'll see you on the other side, buddy. What is this? Danny Gonzelez fake call? It's an app? This app is a simple app, enables the user to make a fake call that looks so real. Okay, so it looks like you can pretend to talk with me and accept video calls. Dude, what the hell? Okay, this looks like the Android app store and I don't have an Android phone. Let me just see if it's on iPhones real quick. I would like to talk to this guy. Danny Gonzelez. No results. Wah, wah. Rated for 3 and up. You want to talk to Danny? You're gonna have to be 3 years old. I'm gonna tell that to my kids someday. When I have kids, I'm gonna be like, not till you're 3. Not unless you're 3, bud. I'm like 90% sure that this app developer made this app to bait Danny into playing/reviewing it on his channel, which may increase sales possibly. Sales? Looks like it's free, dog. I checked the developer and apparently they've made many such similar apps with different famous people, but I don't know, maybe you right. I read that right. Yeah, I kind of assumed that this was like a reference to the videos I've made about like the fake granny call game and someone just thought it would be funny to make it. But if they just do this for other like YouTubers and stuff, then they might not even really have like a concrete grasp of who I am and they just like threw this together. Shit, now I gotta like find an Android phone to play this. I want to talk to Danny Gonzelez. I want to make a fake call that looks so real. So this is also sort of going in the category of like weird counterfeit paraphernalia and fake conversations with Danny Gonzelez. There's like a theme in this episode. It's like counterfeit me. You know you've made it when you're in a game theory video. I think I've actually been in a few. Oh, I thought this was gonna be a video. It's just a picture. Okay, so it looks like it's a video about the recent Merge Mansion ads. Oh, and there I am. All right, let's see what they say about me.
And so, as you'd expect, the internet was going nuts. Danny Gonzelez literally dropped everything to make a reaction video to this.
Even Danny Gonzelez was talking about this. A guy notorious for not talking about anything, ever. I actually really like the theorist channels. I don't really watch game theory because I'm not that into video games, but I've been watching a lot of food theory lately. I think I've seen myself mentioned in their videos before, so I don't know if someone there like watches my videos or if they're like just like obsessed with me or, but pretty flattering. Low-key. Pedro Pascal is in a Merge Mansion ad.
But to me, those ads just seem to once again confirm everything that I talked about in my past theories.
Okay, alright, easy, man. I didn't see all the other ads. What do you mean it just confirmed everything you knew?
Those ads just seem to once again confirm everything that I talked about in my past theories.
Pedro Pascal being in the ads confirmed everything you knew? Do you have old videos about Merge Mansion being like, all of these clues lead me to the conclusion that Pedro Pascal is gonna be the detective? But hey, that's just a theory! Yeah, that's probably what his last video was like. Well, you know what? Sorry I was not up to date on the lore, I guess, but that's cool. That's cool I'm in this video. Every time Danny has said squishy bones. As my bones are getting squishy, my bones are getting squishy, and gives him the squishy bones, for God's sake. Fuck, his bones are getting squishy, I think. Maybe her bones are getting squishy. Maybe her bones are squishy, she's humiliated. Bones squishy, honestly. That's like one of my favorite running jokes that's just for no reason. You know, I was gonna say, this is every time I've said squishy bones in videos. This isn't every time I've said the phrase squishy bones, but I actually don't think I've ever said that phrase outside of filming a video, so this might be every time I've ever said it, except for the few times I said it just now. I want squishy bones merge. Same, but without the merge. The fuck? I like this joke because it's like so subtle that if you didn't know it was like a weird recurring thing, you wouldn't pick up on it. But then the more videos you watch, you start to notice it, and it's like, it's kind of like only for real fans. It's only for like the realest fans that get it. So if you get it, congrats. Okay, this is cool too. An edit of every first frame of Danny from all videos from the last 3 years. Lots of me saying, "What's up, Greg?" I wish they played the audio from them all too, so you could just hear like, what. Wow. I do start every video in the same position. I guess I sort of do that intentionally. Weird to see like my face and hair change over time too. This is what I look like now, and this is what I look like 3 years ago. All right. My hair got different. Bro, what the fuck? Found this at a local antique store today. Dude, what the hell? There's no way this is a coincidence. This is so weird. Did you buy it? It was only 50 cents, of course. I would have paid whatever for it to come home with me, though. Don't get me wrong. Okay, wait. When was this? When did this person buy this at the antique store, and when did the other person find it on a trash can? Is this the same person? 15 days ago, and they found it at the antique store 15 days ago. I'm gonna say it's not the same sticker because that one looked way too dirty to have been there for less than a day. But that's insane. Wow, that's really antique. It's just like the one my great-great-great-grandfather used to have. Okay, dude, how many of these stickers are there? I didn't know that they were that old. Okay, there's a lot of me spanking me on the subreddit today. I didn't know that that was such a monumental part of my brand. I guess I should do this more in videos? I don't know. My boy Danny made it. Okay, I'm in another video? Guava Juice, a guide to losing your entire audience by Sunny V2. Oh, I'm in a Sunny V2 video? Gotta say, not the biggest Sunny V2 fan. Yeah, Sunny V2 has said some very gross things about Mr. Beast's friend Chris. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And by kind of, I mean I agree. Okay, so it's just a clip about how Guava Juice lost his entire audience, and looks like I am maybe to blame. I don't think that's really true. All right, let's see what's hot right now on the subreddit. What do we got going on right now? Okay, this motherfucker's still removing my facial features. Okay, that's thank you for that. Oh no, this is the one thing besides is Greg the fastest growing army that you're not supposed to Google. Shit, I thought I could distract everybody with the whole Greg thing so people wouldn't even be focused on Googling this. Oh no, I like how it says that there's 200 million results, but it's not gonna show you them. It's just gonna tell you. Look, I could show you all the results, but I know what you wanna know, and he's not real, okay? You don't need to go to any websites. You don't need to take anyone's word for it besides me. He's not real. I'm liking Danny's new look. That's weird, dude. I actually wasn't sure if this was like me with like a filter on it at first. I'm still not sure, actually. Is this an edited picture of me? I don't like this, man. I don't like that at all. This scares me deeply. Yeah, me too. Added to the list of counterfeit Danny things going on today. I feel like I've taken a selfie from this exact, like exactly looking like this before, but the background wasn't like, I don't recognize this background at all. So that makes me think it's not me. Whoever posted this picture, is this me? Can you please clear it up? Me watching watching Danny's new video as if I don't have / believe in psychic abilities. Okay, that's kind of, that's pretty surprising. But I guess that's a compliment that they still watched the entire video, even though I was pretty clear that I don't believe in them and that belief only was strengthened by the video. But hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it, glad you watched it. Ghostly Orchid. Post some videos of you doing some sick telekinesis in the subreddit. If you really are psychic, I would like to see it. Maybe you could change my mind. Post it in here. That's not an open invitation to everyone, by the way. That's only an invitation to this one person. I don't want to see everybody posting psychic shit in here. Just that one. All right, well, I would say that's enough for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for posting in the subreddit. If you've got some funny, interesting, inspirational stuff, please put it in the subreddit. And I'll be back again with another video very soon. Bye. Go! Welcome back to the second channel, everybody. We've got a crazy video today. I'm gonna crack open a nice sparkling water. Ah! Fuck! Got on my keyboard, that's very cool. I didn't even get the cap off, by the way. It's still on, and it's just sprayed out like that. That's very cool. Okay, hope I didn't just totally destroy my keyboard. Let me go get a towel real quick. And I'll just toss this over there. Oh, damn. And I'll open the rest of this lid. All right, today we're gonna be talking about these weird ass articles that these companies write about YouTubers. I did a video on my main channel like a long time ago about these articles, but since then I feel like they've gotten even worse. Companies like this, whatever wiki website this is, will try to like write an article with anything that you might search about someone. So Danny Gonzelez, wife, age, net worth, married. It's got wife and married in the same thing. Like, sure, we know he has a wife, but are they married? They'll try to like compile all of these things into an article. That way, if you Google like Danny Gonzelez age, this comes up. But they'll also try to fill it with information that they don't know, because they'll just make shit up. And what I think has happened over the years is that one article will kind of like over exaggerate how much they know, and then another article will take info from that article and then they'll fudge a little bit more, and it's just this like snowballing effect to now like these articles have just shit that is nowhere near true. Especially the second article we're going to be talking about. I've got two articles here. One of them someone tweeted at me, and then another one was in the subreddit, so thank you guys for sharing these. But it is pretty bizarre. Really, I'm getting on here to set the record straight because there's a lot of false information being spread about me, and I guess I gotta correct the record, all right? So this one's on this website called Wiki. Let's take a look. Danny Gonzelez was born in Illinois, USA on June 12th, 1994. That beautiful city, Illinois, USA. His zodiac sign is Gemini, and he holds American nationality. Okay, so far we're doing pretty good. Here's where things start to go a little bit awry. Danny was raised an only child, not true. In Illinois by his Mexican parents, not true. I do have a quarter Mexican in me, but it's just on my dad's side, so I would not call my parents my Mexican parents, who were both in the real estate business. I don't know where the fuck they got that from. I don't think I've ever talked about what my parents do for a living in any of my videos, so I don't know if they're just making that up or they like misinterpreted something I said one time. Like if I said like my parents own a house, and they were like, oh, so they're in the real estate business. I guess technically true. They have one investment property. That's where they live. At the age of 13, he moved with his family to Atlanta, Georgia, and enrolled at a high school there. Not true. This is something I've seen before in other articles, so I'm assuming they got it from those, but they were wrong, and so is this one. People who write this article, if you're watching this, listen up, all right? I'm gonna set the record straight. I did not move to Atlanta in high school. I did live in Atlanta, but it was for college. I lived in Illinois until I went to college. You know what I think it is? As much as it upsets me to say this, maybe I said in a video years ago that I live in Atlanta, and they were like, okay, this guy looks 13 and he lives in Atlanta, so that's when he moved to Georgia. But really, I was in college and I just looked 13. That's like the only guess I have, is that they just kind of like misaged me and were like, yeah, you're 13 and you go to high school in Atlanta. Danny became interested in social media networks while attending high school, as most of his friends were active on social networks such as Vine, Facebook, and Instagram. Vine didn't come out until I was in college, actually. These are things that you could just Google. What if I just Google how old was Danny in June 2012? Guess I should specify that. Danny Gonzelez. A little vain of me to think that that would come up. His birthday was in June of 1994, so he was 18 in June of 2012. He had just graduated high school. Not that freaking hard to figure out. He was physically active as he played soccer, football, and was also a member of his high school's drama club. This is so freaking strange. Maybe if you search Danny Gonzelez, like a picture of somebody playing soccer comes up. I did not play soccer in high school. I did not play football in high school. I'm not seeing anybody playing soccer. This guy looks pretty strong. Maybe they saw this, thought this was me, and were like, how did he get so strong? Oh wait, look it. Oh shit. Do you think they scrolled down all the way to here, saw this picture of a guy that's clearly not me, and thought to themselves, oh, he played soccer in high school. Very cool. Okay, so I played soccer and football. Honestly, my life sounds way cooler in this article than it does in real life. I was like the new kid in high school in the big city of Atlanta. I was the star of the football and soccer team. Danny matriculated in 2012. Okay, so they do know when they know when I graduated. I'm assuming that's what matriculated means. To be enrolled at a college or university. So what they're saying is Danny enrolled in 2012 and then enrolled at Georgia Tech. So they know when I started college then. So they know that Vine didn't exist if they had just like taken 1 second to think about it. Danny launched his career on the internet while attending high school, as his Vine account numbered more than 2 million followers. Dude, the words they use in this article are kind of impressive though. Matriculated, the next sentence says, he launched his eponymous YouTube channel. Eponymous. Eponymous? It's got the word pony in there. He launched his pony-themed YouTube channel on September 9th, 2014, and has since gathered more than 4.1 million subscribers. Okay, they wrote this article a little while ago. What does eponymous mean? Means giving their name to something. Okay, so it's like my self-titled YouTube channel. Danny's love life, is he married? Okay, there's a bunch of weird shit in here too, I remember. Oh yeah. Laura is a dancer and photographer whose Instagram account is followed by over 5,000 people. Again, they're making shit up for Laura too. I don't know where they found, like, okay, she has an Instagram, so that makes her a photographer, and maybe she's never danced on anything, so I don't know where they got that. I like that I said she's never danced. She's never danced. Laura doesn't know how to dance, all right? She's got 2 left feet, literally. She has a weird condition where both of her feet are left feet. She's never danced. She is also said to be a model. She's not one, but everyone says so. Hobbies and interests. All right, before I even read this part of the article, I'm gonna say what like my actual hobbies and interests are, and then we will see how closely it lines up with what is in the article, okay? Hobbies and interests. I like to produce music. That's one of my biggest hobbies. I like playing guitar. Interests, I like Star Wars a lot. That's like one of my big like movie franchises that I'm into. What other hobbies do I have? I've got friends that live in cool locations, so I like to go visit friends. And honestly, making videos is kind of a hobby as well. Okay, Danny is keen on traveling and has been to several US states. Okay, so I did say I like to go visit friends. I like that they say I really like traveling because I've been to several US states. Danny has been to more than one state in his life, so I guess you could say he's kind of a world traveler. He's explored exotic cultures such as Colorado and Wisconsin, while he prefers to be in nature surrounded by trees and animals. I feel like that's taking some liberties. I'm trying to figure out if I've ever posted like a picture of me in the middle of the woods surrounded by animals like I'm in Snow White. Okay, there's a picture from August of 2020 of me in a field of sunflowers. And there's a picture of me in an apple orchard with Laura. Okay, no, you know what? From what I've posted on social media, the nature thing makes sense. I've got some pictures of me in natural locations, none surrounded by animals. I'm trying to think if I ever been like surrounded by a pack of hungry wolves and like taking a quick picture. I love it here. This rules. I prefer this over the big city any day. He likes to dress up and attend cosplay events. I don't think I've ever been to a cosplay event in my whole life. I don't know where they got that from. So there's this picture of me in a grape costume that was for, actually it was because we went to a taping of a game show. What was it called? Let's Make a Deal, which Laura was actually on, and she actually got to talk to Wayne Brady. So if you can find this episode, you can see me and Laura dressed as grapes. And there's the picture of me dressed as Cusco for Halloween. So I guess that's where they got me attending cosplay events. Danny likes to dress up as grapes and go to grape cosplaying events. You ever heard of FruitCon? Everybody dresses up as their favorite fruit. They have panels where you can listen to grapefruits talk about what it's like in the industry. Danny is a lover of animals, but doesn't have a pet because he would lack time to take proper care of it. It's kind of fucked up. Danny doesn't have a pet because he wouldn't take time to take care of it, so he can't do that. I actually do have a pet. I have 3, so fuck you. And I don't take care of any of them. I haven't seen them in weeks, so I guess I don't really know if I have pets anymore because I haven't seen them, but I did at one time. That's kind of mean. I definitely post pictures of Sunday all the time, and when I had Peanut, I posted pictures of her all the time. And Laura has 2 guinea pigs, so don't know where they're getting that. I could have even more pets, dude. I'm gonna adopt 3 more dogs just to prove them wrong. Oh wait, I missed this part. He is quite physically active and he occasionally plays basketball and soccer with his friends and also has several training sessions at the gym each week. Well, that's kind of nice. They think I'm strong. I don't play basketball or soccer. I do go to the gym sometimes, so I'm glad it's finally paying off and whatever this website is finally taking notice. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of the article. They get my favorite movies totally wrong. They say my favorite movies are Pulp Fiction, Fight Club, and The Godfather. I've never seen 2 of those. And they say my favorite actors are Bruce Willis and John Travolta. When, to be honest, I don't give a shit about them. Bruce Willis and John Travolta aren't even close to my favorite actors, all right? I actually don't even think I have a favorite actor, but it's anyone but these 2. That was the first article. This one is insane. I actually haven't read any of this article except for just the one snippet that somebody posted in my subreddit. So I only know that one part is insane. So maybe the rest of it is like perfectly normal and then there's just one huge glaring issue. We will find out. This website is called Hollywood Zam. Hollywood Zam, Zaddy. Danny Gonzelez is an internet celebrity and actor from Wheaton, Illinois. Oh, I put actor in there. That's cool. These articles really do make my life sound cooler than it is. I'm playing basketball and soccer all the time. I'm an actor. I'm a YouTuber, musician, Twitch streamer, media face. What is media face? It sounds like another word for like spokesperson or something. I'm the media face for, I don't know, Kohl's. And they just put my face on all of the media that they have. Every commercial is just my face. He is well known throughout the country for his outstanding YouTube videos. Thank you. Danny was born in Wheaton, Illinois, in the United States. He is claimed to be residing in the United States. Danny will be 27 years old in 2021. This is all good so far. After finishing elementary school, he went to Wheaton North High School. I did go to middle school in between there, but thanks for assuming, I guess, that I skipped 3 years and went straight from 5th grade to being a freshman in high school. Yeah, I was sort of a whiz kid. Started high school when I was 10. His eyes are a gorgeous warm blue. Blue can't be warm. Blue is a cold color. You can't make blue warm. How can you have a warm blue? I'm gonna Google warm blue. Warm blue. Doesn't look warm to me. Danny's eyes are warm blue, and what we mean by that are that his irises are blue, but then the white parts of his eyes are actually red. They're red hot. They're actually hot to the touch. And he gets 3rd-degree burns every time he blinks. It is a serious medical condition, and they are gorgeous. His chest, waist, and hip dimensions, as well as his dress size, shoe, and biceps are all unknown. This website is kind of making me sound cool and mysterious. Scientists are still trying to figure out what his chest and waist dimensions are. Our best scientists are on the case, and they still haven't been able to figure it out. And all those dresses he wears, we can't figure out what size those are. Gonzalez and his family live a comfortable life. He frequently sends pictures of his home to his admirers. Have I ever posted a picture of my house on social media? Probably like the inside of my house. Am I frequently sending pictures of my home to my admirers? That makes it sound like I'm like taking a picture and printing it out, putting it in an envelope and like sending it to my fans, just a picture of like my kitchen. Could be some pretty tight merch actually. 50 bucks? Anyone? I'll mail you a picture of my garage. Let me tell you that his home is furnished with some great sofas, lamps, kitchen equipment, and other items. First off, I love that the article, like the author of this article has remained very like unbiased and like speaking in the 3rd person until they get to my home and they're like, let me give you the scoop. I gotta tell you about his house. Straight from me to you. He's got some great sofas. He's got phenomenal lamps. Look at that shit. His home has a white color design throughout. That's called we're too scared to hang up art or anything on our walls because we're afraid we won't like it. So all of our walls are bare. Danny is an actor, writer, and director according to his IMDb profile. What? Do I have an IMDb profile? Danny Gonzelez, IMDb. Danny Gonzelez is known for his work on Camp Unplug. Oh. Danny Gonzelez, Help Let Me Go. Why is that a movie? Someone put Help Let Me Go on IMDb as a movie? Who did this? Don't you have to have like a paid membership on IMDb to edit stuff like this? And it's got ratings. Honestly, really good. 9.5 stars. God damn. Critics are loving it, dude. I want to see this movie. What is the synopsis? The adventures of a radioactive dolphin man and his crime-fighting sidekick. And they put me as the writer and director of this movie. And star. So I guess that's why this article thinks that I'm a writer, director, and actor. And I guess I was also a director in Danny Gonzelez. Is this like my YouTube? Okay, yeah, it's just my YouTube channel. Has an IMDb page too. Okay, cool. Gonzalez has an incredible voice and vocal tone as a singer. Thank you guys, god damn. Okay, all right, this is the insane part. Are you ready for this? This is the part that someone posted on my subreddit and I was like, holy shit, what the hell and what the F? Relationship status, married or single? Danny Gonzelez is a gifted and inquisitive person. Doesn't have anything to do with my relationship status. You're wondering if Danny's single? Well, he's actually honestly pretty inquisitive. He's a curious fellow. Does that answer your question? According to sources, he's been in a relationship with Laura. They attended the same high school and frequently interacted. That's true. While dating, we did interact pretty frequently, I would say. There was some near constant interaction, actually. They had been together for quite some time. They got married. Okay, here's the crazy shit. Ready? Laura Gonzalez, according to some accounts, died on August 30th, 2021 for unexplained reasons. Huh? You're just gonna fucking make up that my wife died? What the hell? Who said that? I wanna know. This is where it just gets way too creepy for me. Like, that's weird for them to say. Yeah, they literally just like made up that my wife died and we're like, we can put that in the article. According to some sources, it's us, we're the sources. We made it up. She died for unexplained reasons. The reasons have been unexplained because the sources, us, have not explained it, and we won't. Just so everyone knows, Laura's fine, all right? We just went to the Tyler, the Creator concert this week, so there's us at the Tyler, the Creator concert. That picture is real, and my wife is alive. Anyways, I guess those are the two articles I wanted to talk about. Let's see if there's anything else here that we want to look at. These 2 vegetables will kill your belly fat. A teaspoon on an empty stomach burns 12 pounds of fat. A lot of fat loss stuff here. Not sure what that's about. Anyway, moral of the story, quit making shit up about me, articles. I honestly, like, could I sue them? I don't know. Nah, I probably couldn't sue them, but I could review my legal options. Articles, quit making shit up about me or I'm gonna review my legal options, all right? In fact, I already am. In my head, I'm reviewing them right now. And it's not looking good for you guys. So quit making shit up. Keep my name out of your goddamn mouth, actually. And if you want info about me, just ask. All right? I just made a whole ass video where I just talked about nothing but my life. So I'm an open book. Guys, are you trying to learn something new in 2022? Well, then might I recommend today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community that can help you learn a variety of topics. Maybe you're like me and you're trying to get a little bit better at playing guitar, so you want to take a class about music theory on guitar. I'm also currently learning how to get better at music production. Or maybe you'd be interested in one of their other classes. They literally have thousands. So no matter your interest, there's probably one for you. They've got photography, illustration, graphic design, etc. Whether you're trying to like take your career to the next level and learn some skills that'll make you a more marketable applicant, or you just want to like take one of your hobbies to the next level. Skillshare is fun. They've got great teachers. It's ad-free, which is really nice. So if you're ready to learn something new from the comfort of your own home, then head on over to the link in the description. And actually the first 1,000 people that use the link in the description will get a month of Skillshare for free. So head on over there. Make sure you use my promo code 2Danny2Furious. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for supporting my sponsors. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Bye. Go! Hello everybody, and welcome back to the second channel. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be looking at the subreddit. I haven't popped in there in a few days, so I hope that there's some interesting stuff in there. Maybe some silly stuff. Maybe we'll get a little bit goofy, a little bit wacky, you never know. So let's go ahead and sort by top. Let's go ahead and go this month. I haven't been there in like 2 weeks, I think, so let's check out this past month of posts. Also, this video is sponsored by Dragon City. Click the link in the description or scan this QR code to download the game. It's free, and you'll get a free special starter pack that includes food, gold, and the Flame Knight Dragon. Stick around to the end of the video to learn more. Okay, a couple updates here. My post from the last episode is currently like the most popular post on the subreddit in the past month. Actually, I wonder if like, I think it's the most popular post ever. Yo, I have the most, okay, sick. Dude, it is. I have the most popular post ever on my subreddit. People have given it over 145 awards. Kind of ironic on a post that I'm literally saying you guys can have the awards. You don't have to give me all the awards. And yet the people want what the people want, man, I guess. The people have spoken. I guess this entire revolution narrative was for naught in a sense. Okay, holy shit. Also, it looks like there's been a lot of growth on the subreddit. We have almost 80,000 Gregs. Somehow this post has been viewed by 137,000 people. How does that work? How is this showing up for people that aren't in the Danny Gonzelez subreddit? I don't know enough about Reddit to know how that works. Did this get on like the front page of Reddit? I feel like I would have heard about that if that were the case, so I don't think so, but I guess Reddit has some kind of algorithm and it's been recommending this specific post to people. It's like, hey, you're in the history porn subreddit? Well, just so you know, the Gregolution discussion is over on the Danny Gonzelez subreddit, so I think it's time to head on over there. People who have no idea who I am. And it looks like there's been some more Dream Danny lore as well. I feel like this subreddit is becoming increasingly more and more like inside jokes. Like you have to watch every video to understand everything that's going on, which I don't really know if that's a good thing, because like none of these posts are gonna make any sense to new people. But if you haven't been watching, I've been trying to establish myself as like a sort of a sleep paralysis demon of sorts. And honestly, it looks like it's been working. I've been seeing posts on the subreddit of people saying that they've had dreams about me. I don't know if they've been like sleep paralysis type things or if they've just been dreams, but I'm cool with whatever, you know, as long as I'm showing up in people's dreams. I think my ultimate goal is to have people who don't know who I am start dreaming about me. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but propaganda like this shit will definitely help. Have you seen this man? This man has been commonly found within the dreams of millions of people worldwide, typically asking to follow the cat. Yeah, that's real nice. That's real creepy. I wonder if you added these dark circles around my eyes or if you literally just boosted the contrast on this picture and that happened, because that is kind of concerning. Oh shit, someone commented right under this a dream they had about me. I actually had a pretty strange dream with Danny in it. So in the dream, I was hanging out with my friends in a big parking lot at night. We saw a construction shed and decided to go in it, and it wasn't big enough for all of us, so they locked me outside. At that moment, I happened to notice a figure off in the distance, then it proceeds to speed towards me. As he stepped into the light, I knew who it was, Danny. I started to jiggle the door to the shed and bang. I looked back, the bastard was smiling and was very close now. Okay, I like where this is going. I'm horrifying. I think you meant to say I had a pretty strange nightmare with Danny in it, actually. Then he said, "You can see me," in a creepy falsetto. You can see me? Why can't I do a falsetto right now? You can see me? Then I woke up, and for the past 3 months, I still ain't been sleeping right. Oh shit, wait. So this is before I asked to be a sleep demon. This person had this dream 3 months ago? Okay, I guess I just sort of naturally frightened this guy in his sleep. This guy is just straight up subconsciously afraid of me. Oh yeah, Andy Negative responded to my TikTok, so if you guys haven't seen that, here that is.
I thought I was done filming, and then I checked my notifications, and Danny, there's just so much outpouring of kindness from your audience. There's been so much brutal hatred for me over the past 2 months. I was definitely poking the bear a lot. Like, I knew what I was doing, of course, but I just kind of got used to it and assumed that that was just the way it was going to be. And I see that it is not at all that way. And your audience has just come over here and just immediately shown me so much kindness and support and positivity. You can't even know like what an effect that just had on me.
That was really sweet. I'm glad that he enjoyed the video and that people were nice to him. Actually, shout out to you guys for like being super sweet and nice. This is like the one time I'll be like, you know what? It was good of you guys to go over there and comment on his videos because you guys were all actually really nice to him. So I appreciate that. Andy, if you're watching this, you know, DM me. I don't know if you have Twitter or something, but DM me if you want to do a song. Andy, you and me, we can invent a new genre. Yeah, let's see. Your last song people said was like Disney emo punk or something. Let's go a tad bit more millennial. Let's go Harry Potter LMFAO punk. That'd be pretty tight. Let's make a song. Hit me up. Well, Danny, you've been wanting more dads in the sub, and I just became one, so can I count? Oh, shit. Yo, this dude had a baby. Congrats. You know what? I think you do count. Technically, you are a dad. I don't know why I said technically. In every way, you are a dad. This isn't just some sort of technicality. He gets off on a slight technicality. The technicality being that he conceived a child. Is your baby like really shiny? You got a glossy baby, dude. Congrats. He actually does look just like you, so congrats. Since you are a new dad, I don't really know if I can go up to 10 out of 10. I gotta go low. I gotta give you like a 4 out of 10 because you're there for the baby. You were there for its birth. That's saying something. That's saying a lot, but you've got a lot to learn, okay? I don't know how good you are at cable management. No, that feels really mean. I can't give him a 4 out of 10. You get a 10 out of 10, all right? We'll focus on what you have to learn later. Enjoy your new baby. You're a 10 out of 10 dad. Let's see the comments. Yo, he's still shiny. Yeah, this picture was around 45 minutes after he popped out. Do babies come out shiny? I guess they're like wet, but this is like, I mean, they must have cleaned him off, right? It's been 45 minutes. I assume they're not just letting him like sit around in the juices he popped out in, right? Dude, your wife just gave birth and one of the first things you do is go on Reddit and tell some YouTuber you just became a dad. As it should be. You know, with all of these videos, with me trying to become like a sleep paralysis demon, I'm really just trying to like make sure that no matter what you do, you're thinking about me. If you're you're dreaming, if you're, you know, even considering the concept of a dad, you're thinking about me. So I'm glad to see it's working. Also, he did clarify and say that the baby was actually born on March 30th. He took the pictures when he was born and then he posted it later. So it's not like he was like literally like vlogging the baby coming out. Danny's gonna love this shit, dude. Look at this shiny baby boy. I wonder if he's gonna keep that gloss or if he'll grow out of it. But other than that, pretty cool. Danny wanted a new profile picture, so I made him this as a treat. A more modernized look of Danny. Thought the beard was a cool look. What exactly is modern about this? So I'm wearing a tux, and it looks like you gave me forehead wrinkles and bloodshot eyes. I think that's the only difference I can discern. And then there's another picture where I have a beard. Is this what I look like now? This is the only difference? Do I have forehead wrinkles? If I go like this? Guess I'm not really sure what you're trying to say. Okay, you did put gray in my hair, so that makes sense. He got pink eye. Okay, so that's why my eyes are red. The forehead wrinkles are so uncalled for. It's the stress from all the critical thinking. Oh, okay, that's pretty tight. You should have made my brain like gigantic from all the critical thinking I do. Yeah, I'm not really following like the logic in a lot of it. I guess it's just like because I'm older. Do old people have bloodshot eyes? I should have wrinkles around my eyes, but I don't know why my eyes would be bloodshot. Well, keep up the good work with the memes. There's definitely room to improve. This was a little confusing to me. Danny should buy pillows that spell Greg for his couch. That's actually a sick idea. I really like that idea. I do want to get throw pillows for the couch. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but that is actually kind of a cool idea. I haven't figured out, like, I want to have Greg in the background somewhere, but the letters, they don't really go anywhere now. There's nowhere to put them. So maybe some Greg throw pillows, dude. That would be kind of cool and cute and wacky. He should put the Greg shelf on top of the couch so the shelf can be comfy. Nah, I don't think so, man. Bye. He should follow a crappy Troom Troom DIY video and show us how he made the Greg pillows. That's not a bad idea. Does Troom Troom have DIY throw pillows? This is not gonna look like a Greg, so I'm not gonna follow that one. Let's look at this one. Okay, they just straight up drew these on marker. I'm not gonna do that. I want these to look nice, you know? I don't know about following a Troom Troom tutorial, actually. This is gonna look like shit. Yeah, they straight up just got out markers, and then they just drew that shit by hand. Yeah, that's gonna look like ass. How about like a 5-minute crafts? 13 awesome pillow and blanket ideas that are so easy to make. I can turn a sweater into a pillow. I can turn a shirt into a pillow. I bet I could repurpose this idea into making a Greg throw pillow. Do I want GREG pillows, or do I want just one pillow that says Greg? Depends. Also, what color should I go for? A lot to think about. I will revisit this idea. I like this a lot. Can I just buy alphabet pillows? Personalized initial pillows. Oh, these actually look kind of cool. What colors do that? Blue or pink? Oh. Guess I gotta pick blue because I'm a boy. Oh, would pink look kind of cool back there? Okay, so this is definitely a possibility. There's a possibility I could make this happen, and it is possible to do. I'll update you guys on this as I find out more. Danny and his cousin Zayden meeting their favorite musician Fox Season, aka Ned Flames. Man, I don't know about you guys, but this looks like 3 distinct and different people. And I wouldn't think these people are the same people at all. This could be the same guy disguising himself as 3 different people, and I'd have no idea. I'd have no clue because they look so different and unique. I found this drawing from like a year ago. No wonder I gave up on realism. Yeah, man. No, it's really good, dude. Come on, don't give up. It's great. Look, it looks just like me. Or actually, I wish I looked like that. I wish you actually drew me better than I even am. So good job. It's definitely a drawing. I definitely put a pencil on some paper. Yeah, you did. You put some pencil on some paper. And honestly, this is better than I could do. He kind of looks like Elon Musk. Oh, I kind of do, I guess. This is Danny after 1 year on the Liver King diet. Put a beard on me and make me jacked. Actually, I do kind of look like strong. I feel like I've got like very like round, big shoulders. I do look kind of jacked. I feel like I'm very wide. Maybe this is me after a Liver King diet. Petition to bring back This Is Over Now at the end of main channel videos. I feel like I've seen more people talking about this recently. I don't remember when I stopped using the song, but I feel like it was like a year ago. So it's kind of interesting that people are just like talking about it now. Let me look and see if I can go back to like whenever the last time I used this song is. The reason I stopped using it is just honestly got a little bit lazy and just was like tired of throwing it in at the end of a video. And you know, YouTube is always talking about like retention. And so if there's just like unnecessary stuff at the end of a video and people aren't gonna watch it, I feel like it hurts your retention or whatever. This was from March of last year. Outro, I'm gonna use all the footage. Bye. Okay. Over a year ago, and I wasn't using the song then. At the end of 2020, I was using the outro song. Let's solve this mystery together. When did Danny stop using the song? I do not remember. Okay, in June of 2021, I was using the song. So I guess I took a break from it for a little bit. I didn't use it here. I did use it here. Let's go a little bit further. Okay, now I am using it in July of 2021. Let's go to October 2021. I'm not using it. Okay, October I stopped. So that was this video. We're gonna find the exact moment that I said, you know what, fuck the end screen song. I'm not using it in the alpha male video. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys. Okay, Twin Talk, I didn't use it. So the last video I used it on was trying Troom Troom's awful kidnapping hack 6 months ago. So I guess it wasn't a year ago, it was 6 months ago. I don't know if I really wanna use it anymore. It's just like extra stuff at the end of the video. It kind of just feels like putting like a really long thing at the end of a video that nobody watches. So I don't know, maybe I can still play it during like the outro, like me talking at the end of a video. We'll see. Justice for Toastlerper 3000, posted by Toastlerper 3000. Oh my God, I can't believe I watched the new Danny video, excited for some new content, only for him to disparage my creative and unique username. I will be in contact with my legal team and negotiate a defamation charge. That ought to do it. That takes care of that. Oh, dude. Panda Puffkin back with some fucking sick fan art. Panda Puffkin, you made my Twitch emotes too. This is so cool. I look like a god. That's how I prefer to be depicted, so thank you for this. Oh, posting on Drew's subreddit as well, I see. Interesting. I'm making the rounds. Did I already talk about these? Maybe I've already seen these. That's so cute. Yeah, you got the best art. Hard Rock Nick just texted my friends LMAO. Can you like my last 25 posts on Instagram? They need more oiks. I got you. Thank you, Jack. Oh, there's more pictures. I bought a Ferrari. Dude, oh my God, that guy's so weird. I don't even like talking about him because he's so creepy. What's up, Nick? Your chain is sick. Thank you. I just bought a Ferrari. Yo, you like my chain? You know what you're really gonna like is the car that I didn't buy. You know what? Sometimes I say don't message people because I don't want to send people over to harass them. Don't message Hard Rock Nick because he's fucking weird and he's creepy. So don't message him. Okay, I think we've gone through all the top of the month. Let's look at top of the week and see if there's any here. Yo, that's cool. Danny's room in Lego, very accurate and wholesome. Yeah, I don't really know if I would have put that face on the Nutcracker also. That's a little bit disturbing, but this is pretty cool. And you added the new couch. Let's go. Danny, please, where can I get this shirt? It's literally so cool. Please, I'm desperate. Dude, I've never gotten so many nice comments about a shirt in a video before than when I wore this shirt. I was kind of worried people would think it was dumb. It's just from Urban Outfitters, and it looks like people already found it. Yep, there it is. There's the one. I'm glad I got so many nice comments about it. It was kind of sweet, honestly. I was like, guys, goddamn. I wonder if like sales for this specific shirt skyrocketed after my video. Okay, now let's go hot right now. See if there's anything else good. What is the male equivalent of Karen? Is it Greg? I feel like it's Greg. Dude. No, it's not Greg. Karen is like a common middle-aged woman name. It's not, no, it's not Greg. Gregs are nice people, okay? Gregs are nice guys. You wanna know the name of a guy that sucks? Try, I don't know, Charles? Most popular baby names in 1950. This'll get us to around the age a man Karen would be. Yeah, Charles, look, Charles is there. All right, I'm gonna go with Charles. Sorry, if there's any Charles watching this or Charlies, you are the male Karen. All right, seems like that's the cream of the crop on the subreddit for this week, so thank you guys for tuning in. I'm excited to see what you post next time, and now it's time to talk about our sponsor. Dragon City is a free-to-play mobile game that is available on all devices. I know how much you guys are into collecting dragons. Well, don't worry, because this game has you covered, dude. You can collect thousands of dragons with different elements and build your own dragon empire. Along the way, you'll have to collect food, gold, and gems so you can grow your city and reach new levels just like real life. Growing your flying empire actually involves breeding 2 dragons together to get new dragon eggs. You hatch them, you feed them, you evolve them. Give them a good life, you know? These dragons need you. And then after that, you're gonna train them and send them into battle to make them more powerful. You can challenge your friends to dragon fights, meet them up in a PvP match in combat or arena fights. You can join an alliance, meet up with other dragon masters. And if you join the battle pass and participate in the weekly minigames, you can win daily prizes and dragons. Also, apparently there are dragons for a bunch of YouTubers. So maybe your favorite YouTuber has a dragon. Dream has a dragon. George is not found. Darman has his own dragon. So download the game by clicking the link in the description or scanning this QR code, and you will get a free special starter pack that includes 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the Flame Night Dragon.
Bye.
Okay, well, bye.